Welcome into the Cowboys Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Tom Downey, and the Dallas Cowboys finally did the thing. They've added a free safety, bringing in former Falcons safety Damontae Kazee to reunite with his old defensive coordinator in Dan Quinn. The Cowboys agreed to Kazee after a visit with him and also other safety Malik Hooker. Kazee fills a critical need for this Dallas Cowboys organization. Namely, a player who can actually fill the single high free safety role. This was a critical need for the organization, and the Cowboys, at least in the short term, have added someone who can play that role. Now, yes, Damontae Kazee is coming off a year in which he played only 4 games due to a torn Achilles in 2020, hence the visit to check out all the medical stuff, blah, blah, blah. In the past, however, Kazee has been a legitimate impact, rangy player. And that is what this Dallas Cowboys team has needed for so long right now. What you're hoping, even though you're probably not going to get it if we're being honest, but what you're hoping for is a season that can be at least somewhat reminiscent of the 2018 campaign that Damontae Kazee put together when he was nothing short of incredible. 82 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 7 interceptions, and oh, by the way, also went ahead and threw in 10 pass breakups on top of that. Bringing in Kazee is a big deal for this Cowboys organization. Now, at least at the short term, at the minimum, they have someone who can slot in at free safety. This is no longer the team's biggest need. You're fine in the short term with Kazee and Keanu Neal and Donovan Wilson, probably Wilson over Neal. So I'm pleased that after so long of begging the organization to please go get a safety who's not named Clinton Dix, because I had high hopes and that ended up being a disaster, the Cowboys got Kazee. I'm happy with this move. I am not going to be a chooser as a beggar. They got a guy who can fill that free spot and also benefits player from knowing the Dan Quinn scheme and fitting very well with what he wants to do on defense. So grade the signing for me. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys are thinking. How are you grading this particular move? Get your votes in for me in the comment section. You can use plus minuses if you want to be an overachiever. A, B, C, D, or F. So now this is where the depth chart sits. This is where things are at for the Dallas Cowboys in the secondary. Have Trevon Diggs, have Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown. We're focused on safety, right? Donovan Wilson, I'm going to list as a starter. We've gone over a lot on this show about what the role might end up looking like for one Keanu Neal. I think it's going to be kind of a safety linebacker hybrid here, which I'm fine with. For the record, in fact, I think that's actually the best possible move for the Dallas Cowboys. And now Damontae Kazee slots in at the free safety position. However, that does not mean the Cowboys should be satisfied with where things are at the safety position. They should not be done, but overall, the immediate news side of it, thank goodness the Cowboys have a legit starting free safety. We found a way to get you this video, didn't we, guys? Told you it was going to happen. The Cowboys got a safety, so hit that big red button and subscribe if you want more updates on what's going on around the Dallas Cowboys. The draft is coming up next. That's in the near future. I don't think Dallas is quite done in the free agent market either. So as we march to 100,000 subscribers, hit that big red button and subscribe today. That way, you don't miss out on anything going on around the Dallas Cowboys Report. I do want to make a very important note here. The Cowboys, simply put, cannot be satisfied at this point. They cannot be done when it comes to looking into the market to finding some more safety help. I firmly do not believe that just Keanu Neal and Wilson and the free safety are enough. I don't want to roll on just those guys. I still want to draft somebody. Now I'll be a little bit greedy. I'm not going to take one in round 1 barring a trade down, but there are some draft prospects who do make some sense for the Dallas Cowboys. Here are 5, and I'll go more in depth on each of these players for you guys on top of that because I'm cool like that. Trevon Mercer got a TCU, and then his teammate, Ardarius Washington. Richie Grant out of Central Florida. Javon Holland from Oregon. And Andre Cisco from Syracuse. All prospects who I think could play that single high free safety role just in case the latest signing doesn't actually work out in the end. So let's go player by player. Trevon Mercer, first up here, because I'm being a greedy miser, right? He picked off 6 passes last year, 20 pass breakups in the last 2 seasons. He played a lot of split safety and nickel corner. As weird as this might sound, I actually would have loved him in every facet for the Mike Nolan defense. As part of the more current Dan Quinn defense, I do have some concerns about his top-end athletic ability. He's not bad by any means, but I kind of want elite, and I worry about that being the case with Merrick. I think Richie Grant, and we're still waiting the pro day results, but whatever, I trust my eyes on with this one. I think he can be your true single high free safety. Also would have been a fit in that split safety scheme. 10 interceptions past 3 years, good instincts and athletic ability. If you have at least one of those things, I'm down to give you a shot. See Trevon Mercer, right? If you have both, like I believe Richie Grant does, ooh, I am very intrigued at that point. Let's go to Javon Holland then, the Oregon safety, who I like. He opted out of this past year. He was also mostly a nickel corner at Oregon, which gives me concern from that perspective. I'm open to it. Not in round 2. Talk me into round 3, I guess, at that point, because then Grant and Merrick are both gone. There might be a different guy I have a little bit higher, though, on my list. My board's not finalized, by the way. All right, Andre Cisco. Look, if you want the rangy single high free safety, ladies and gents, this is your dude. He's awesome in that role. Like, he is an absolute blast to watch. Also is an absolute blast to target. Boom or bust in every single way. A lot of career interceptions, 13 in 24 games. He's what I call a big play machine. And that is both good for the defense and also good for the offense, because there are a lot of plays in which, unfortunately speaking, Andre Cisco kind of gives up a pretty massive play, and that's not exactly what you're looking for out of your last line of defense. All right, Ardarius Washington here, severely undersized by NFL standards, but he's got great instincts. I think he's pretty quick. Didn't have the best pro day testing-wise. That's a bit of a red flag. I also don't really know what position he ends up playing. Is he a nickel corner? Is he can he be your free safety? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure that's the route that teams are going to pursue, but I do think it is at least worth discussing him as an option if he's on board later on in the NFL draft. So, of course, let's recap here, right? Let's go back to the actual reason we did this video. Which safety would you have rather signed by the Dallas Cowboys? I will always be upfront and honest with you guys, and I think I made this pretty clear in the past. I wanted to go with Malik Hooker. I was also never going to complain with whatever safety the Cowboys brought in. But this is your chance to hopefully stay honest with me. Let me know in the comments, which free safety would you rather have signed? Type H for Malik Hooker or type in K for Damontae Kazee.